So yes, I've heard the news about the affidavit that was filed actually in the Turtle Boy case. And there are implications to the Karen Read case. So let's talk through this. So if you don't know, Turtle Boy, AKA Aidan Kearney is his real name. He is like the OG free Karen Read person. He is a big social media person who kind of started or revolutionized the free Karen Read movement very early on, like when she was originally charged with possible manslaughter. There was some other things going on. He received some tips that perhaps it wasn't what it was supposed to be. And he started digging, he started publicizing, and it was through that publicity that people started to look into this case. He really does get credit for bringing this up in the beginning. And I think that's why the McCabe's, the Alberts, the police, like everybody hate him because he's kind of gummed up the works. You can go to YouTube and you can find Turtle Boy, and he has these kind of mini documentaries. So I just watched all of Frame 2, and it's very, very good. Like there are details in here I'd completely forgotten about. So it is a treasure trove of information. Now let's talk about the affidavit, because just as much as Turtle Boy is in favor of Karen Read, there are people who are against Karen Read, right? And one of them is a person named Kate Peter. She is Mass Hole Mafia on Twitter. Now, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts has arrested Aidan Kearney and charged him with a whole bunch of like witness tampering and doing a bunch of different stuff. So his case is coming up. But an affidavit was filed on April 21st. It was just last week. It was filed in his case. The whistleblower claims to have been friendly or friends with Kate Peter. And after having learned some of the inside scoop of what Kate Peter is doing, and the people she's in contact with and the things that Kate Peter allegedly told the whistleblower decided to come forward and filed this affidavit. There's a bunch of different points that this person makes. So let me just run through a couple of them. This person claims that they know personally from Kate Peter that during Karen Read's first trial, Kate Peter was in regular contact with ADA Lally. In fact, this person claims that Peter said she had lunch one day with Lolly, and it was during that lunch that Lolly told Kate Peter, allegedly, that he knew the foreman of the jury was an ex-police officer and that guy guaranteed a mistrial. Now, if you're an ADA, you don't want a mistrial, you want to win. But I guess the only reason this would be pertinent is if the jury was deliberating for a while and Lolly started to feel like, I might lose this, then yeah, a mistrial sounding pretty good, so they get a second shot at it. The whistleblower has submitted that they know Kate Peter receives $1,500 a month via Cash App to continue to give them information about the trials, both Karen Read and Aidan Kearney. The whistleblower says that in conversations with Kate Peter, that Kate Peter has said she believes Karen Read is innocent, but that she has to, quote, play the game. Like she needs to keep pretending in social media and kind of blasting people because that's how she gets paid. The affidavit also says that the whistleblower was told by Kate Peter that Kate is no longer getting her information directly from Hank Brennan. There's now a third-party intermediary that's going back and forth between Kate Peter and Hank Brennan. The affidavit also states that Kate Peter received a gift from Jen McCabe, specifically a new sectional sofa. In the affidavit, it also claims that Kate Peter was told by somebody in the prosecutor's office that Jen McCabe told Michael Morrissey that she would not testify in the trial unless Turtle Boy was in jail. And I understand Turtle Boy, the case against Turtle Boy is that it's witness intimidation, right? Jen McCabe's like, I don't want him anywhere near me. Get him out of the court. Don't have him anywhere near me. And so when she said, I'm not going to testify if he's not in jail, that's like a get your act together, Morrissey, because I'm not walking into court if that guy's anywhere near me. And of course, Morrissey's working on it, but he can't guarantee that. But he says, Jen, we'll just have to subpoena you. He says, well, if you use a subpoena, quote, we won't say what you want us to say. It went from I won't testify to we won't say what you want us to say. So this is absolutely a quid pro quo. She's like, get that guy in jail or we're going to pull out of this case. And here's my only call out on that. If John was my friend, if this were a case where my friend was killed and I thought this was the murderer, you couldn't stop me from testifying. I'd be in there. I'd be like, put me in, coach. When's my turn? I wouldn't stop talking. I would want so desperately to testify against that evil bitch that killed him. You couldn't stop me. But yet here Jen McKay's like, well, maybe. Like, what am I going to get out of it? Shows you how much she really loved John and is seeking justice for John. According to the whistleblower, Kate Peter has provided Hank Brennan the list of the members of the Free Karen Read Facebook page. It's quite an extensive list. She's provided him with a spreadsheet with all the names of those people. Not quite sure why he'd want it, but he wanted it before the trial. She said that Kate Peter admitted that they were trying to start rumors that that jurors were afraid to participate or to serve jury duty because they were afraid of what Turtle Boy would do to them, and that the Commonwealth was kind of doing everything possible to keep this guy out of court, which they've done. They've put him on the witness list, which will keep him out of court. And when you're on the witness list, you can't have anything to do with the case. You got to sit home in absolute silence. You can't watch. You can't listen. You can't do anything. So they have successfully managed to remove him from the immediate situation. Okay, so, and let's just be clear. Yes, Aidan Kearney has been arrested for some witness tampering and all this other stuff, and he is going to trial and he will face his day in court. Kate Peter also has 2 felony witness intimidation charges and a charge of violating a restraining order against a person a witness that she was allegedly stalking.